Oh, yeah, good morning. It is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. How you doing? Welcome to the Hat and Beard Show. We are the largest, fastest-growing Detroit Lions NFL content creation station, broadcasting exclusively in the 10 a.m. block from Grandma's Studio One. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. How you doing this morning? Hope you're having a great start to your day, Mr. Detroit City. What up, brother? Everybody in the chat already. Not only do we require that everyone stand for the national anthem, I'll one-up you and say that we say the Lord's Prayer before we do the coin toss, too. Hashtag USA, hashtag Jesus, my brother. I am with you in that one right there, dude. 150%. Let's go. There is a lot. We're just going to rip the Band-Aid right off to it. That is one of the stories we're going to be talking about, and that is Chicago's quarterback, Caleb Williams. Oh, Caleb, what are you doing to me? NFL quarterback's disrespectful behavior during national anthem goes viral. What do we have here? Well, there's a poll that's related to that, and that is, should players be fined/ejected for disrespecting the national anthem? I've given you 4 options. Yes, grow up, be a man, show respect. No, I'm a tyrant. No, that's fair. The third option is, I'm a commie and I don't care. So if you don't care about it, you're a commie. Get out! Take your George Soros money, and you and Stretch and Gretchen can get your commie asses out, dude. Or eject on AOC's tatas. I think I'm all for ejecting on AOC's tatas. But our headline of the day is NFL fines Eagles Jalen Carter, but no further suspension after spitting incident against the Cowboys in the season opener Thursday night. The NFL ruled the Week 1 ejection served as Jalen Carter's 1-game suspension. Now, I think he should be fined a little bit more than 1 game. And I don't want to be splitting hairs here, but personally, I don't like Jalen Carter. Okay, there's a reason why we passed on him. He is a piece of shit. Okay. But I think look, he didn't play even a punishment for his ejection as a 1-game suspension. Technically, he was suspended for the entirety of the game. He didn't play a single snap. So I think that is a fair punishment in terms of game suspension. You got to get that number up, though. You got to make it actually hurt these guys, where it hurts the most. In their dick. No, in their wallet, dumbass. Not in their dick. Jesus Christ, what are you thinking? After we talk about, obviously, Caleb Williams, after the Jalen Carter story, we will be going on talking about our Detroit Disco and Lions. Dan Campbell on facing Bears. Ben Johnson after loss. Quote, we're going to win this game. We have to. There are some community posts that will be related to this topic. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for the sound of the buffalo as we try to kind of work the community tab thing a little bit more. I've got some scheduled posts, so keep your eye open for that. Make sure to like those as they come down the pike, and feel free to interact. I think we got a little bit of trying to bring more people into the Mad Hatter Nation out here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to then walk on over to Proud to Detroit. Lions film breakdown went what? What went wrong on the O-line versus the Packers? Breaking down what went wrong up front for the Lions during their Week 1 loss to Green Bay. Admittedly, guys, this is for the dorks. This is for us football nerds. I don't expect a lot of you to really be engaged in this, but this is the stuff that I love watching. Film breakdown. Tape don't look. The film don't lie. Scoreboard and film do not lie. And the tail of the tape will tell us what's going on. And our thumbnail boy, old Tater Ratledge, not so great in his NFL debut. But, take everything in stride. And this is a learning opportunity, Sometimes opportunities present themselves and they seem like failures. But you have the opportunity to get better. Good. Played terrible in your NFL debut Week 1 against the Packers in Lambeau? Good. Next week you can be better. Ended up missing on a block? Good. You'll know better for next time. You know what I'm saying? There's some positives that we can take. It didn't feel good at the time. Thought about contacting a local agency as I curled up into the fetal position in my shower in a crying, cold, wet mess. but that's neither here nor there. We will revisit, though, as we have to, and look at the tape. The tail of the tape don't lie. And then finally, our guy, Tim 20man, NFC North, where all four teams stand heading into Week 2. Senior beat writer at DetroitLions.com is going to give us a breakdown of the four teams on the NFC North and where he thinks we stand. I'm not necessarily completely in agreement with him, though you have to give the respect where respect is due, and the guy does know ball. So we tend to give a little bit more weight to Tim 20man's opinion around here, and I've been reading on this motherfucker for a long time. Not just on this channel, but in my personal life. So, now that we've ran through the headlines, guys, if you wouldn't mind, there is still a poll. All of you have already voted in the poll. Holy crappers, we are rocking and rolling. Should players be fined ejected for disrespecting, during the national anthem? Yes, grow up, be a man, show some respect. Walking away with it with 56% of the vote in second place. No surprise here. Eject on AOC's tatas. Let's go. I love you, Mad Hatter Nation. How are we all doing down in the chat? What up, Doe Detroit Gunny? Good morning. Can you see my chat? I can, brother. I'm being blocked, chat banned on another YouTube channel. That, brother? Hey, well, welcome home. How's that? What up, Doe? Detroit Gunny. Welcome home, dude. This is where all of us degenerates end up hanging out. That's why we are the Mad Hatter Nation. We tend to say things that might get us in a little bit of trouble, but you are more than welcome to come here. Just don't say anything too completely outlandish. We don't much back and forth. Trust me. Broski Bear hangs out here in the chat all the time. Brent DeWitt, what up, Doe? Detroit Gunny, he sees you. We see you. Detroit Sports Talk, how you doing, brother? I gave you a shout-out yesterday. You ended up saying something a couple days ago that rang true yesterday on the show. Yeah, we see you. We see you, dude. We see you. Good morning, Jeanette. I'm Chasing Chase, Mr. Detroit City. Who else we got? Clarice. Happy hump day. How you doing, sister? Hopefully you're having a good start to your week, dude. Jeff Ginnard, my man. How you doing? Bears are the flu. The Bears are trash. They are poo-poo. I may bounce in and out for a few other channels to see. Hey, that's totally all right, brother. I appreciate you hanging out, dude. I appreciate you hanging out. Make sure if you want, subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. Let's do this call to action right now. Poke all my buttons and ring all my bells. Go ahead and walk on over to the subscribe button, ring that notification bell so that you can be sent a push notification every single day that we go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com/The Hat and Beard Show, broadcasting exclusively from Grandma's Studio One. Guys, over 75% of you watch this on your mobile devices, YouTube, and the clankers that control the powers, that pull all the levers behind the curtain there, they'll send you a push notification. They take the thinking out of it for you. We can be like characters in Wall-E, and they can just let you know when your favorite NFL content creation station is live. And don't forget, this Sunday, still trying to figure out exactly what time we want to do it. But I was thinking maybe we do like 11 to 12:30-ish, maybe 11:30 to 12:30-ish live stream Sunday before the shows, or before the games. Maybe we'll talk a little ball, put a few bets down there, see how you guys are thinking. Dude, Gunny, thank you for subscribing, bro. That's awesome, bro. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thank you, my dude. My dude. We are trying to get this channel up to 750 subscribers by Sunday. Kickoff at 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. The number one way you can do that is by we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna focus on our quads by doing some heavy lifting, and then we're gonna do some squat thrusters. Okay, so we're gonna squat down, and we're gonna pick up the share, and we're gonna click the share button, and we're gonna copy it on our clipboard about 20 times. Okay, and by lifting and then shoulder pressing. Right, so we're gonna have big quads and Atlas-like shoulders while you guys do the heavy lifting for me over here. It's the only way to get this channel out. Tell all your friends, tell all your family. That's what we love about you guys. Now that we've kind of muddled our way through the opening, let's get into the show. Take it away, Jocko.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, guys, are we doing okay? My test screen is lagged way out, so I don't know how we're doing. Looks like Looks like we're still going live according to OBS. We're still hammering around, so hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully you can hear me, and it's not that weird stoned out, just incredibly dopey look that I got on the frozen screen right on my right here on the test screen. So we're gonna keep muddling through today, guys. I gotta hit this coffee can. Got a little dry mouth going on. You know, for as powerful and awesome as Lip Pillow is, I love me some Zins. They do dry the mouth out just a wee little bitty bit, right? So let's go ahead and see if we can adjust this test screen. I don't like what's going on here. This is starting to bug me. I do not approve. Oh, good. We are completely butt fucked out, or it's my test screen. Let's go ahead and try and meander around this. You know what I'm saying, guys. You're all good over there, Chase? All right, cool. So it's my test screen. All right, cool, man. I appreciate it. Sorry for the delay here, fellas. You know, we just have some tech issues periodically because, look, I'm going to be honest. Some of the hamsters on the wheels behind everything that's running the show, they kind of bogged out on me just a wee tiny baby bit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guy. Get up there. All right, there we go. Now we're back and we're rocking and rolling. Thanks for sorry about that there, fellas. All right, coming to us from Fox News. Hello? Base department? Yeah, we got another article for you. All right, cool. Sorry. Yeah, I can't stop reading it. They don't have bad takes on Fox News. At least their sports section. It's not bad. Okay, I'm not going to tell you to go watch a bunch of Fox commentators. And Jesse Waters ain't bad. Oh, God, Gutfeld's actually pretty funny periodically. I mean, the state of late night sucks donkey balls, let's be honest. Just hire me to host the shows. Give me a script, a couple $1 million a year. I'll do it real cheap, real dirty, real easy. But Fox News Sports, it's not terrible. It's not awful. Concerns that Jalen Carter could be sidelined for the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl rematch with the Kansas City Chiefs were quashed Tuesday when multiple reports clarified the discipline Carter will face. The NFL issued a $57,222 fine and will not impose an additional suspension. Ooh, ouch. Way to really make it hurt for these multi-million-dollar athletes. The league determined Carter's ejection in the opening seconds of last Thursday's opener will serve as a one-game suspension. Jalen Carter of the Philadelphia Eagles has been suspended without pay for one game for his act of unsportsmanlike conduct in Thursday's game against the Dallas Cowgirls, the NFL said in a statement obtained by the NFL Network. Because Carter was disqualified before participating in a single play, the suspension is considered to have been served in Week 1, and he will forfeit his game check. Fuck. How does that feel, guys? How does that feel knowing that that dude's a single game, my man's gonna make almost $60,000. How many snaps is he gonna play? Yo, if Jalen Carter plays 57 snaps, that's $1,000 a snap. An average NFL play runs, 3 to 6 seconds? So my dude's making $1,000 for 6 seconds. Awesome! Awesome! Boy, doesn't that just feel awesome? And I do have contract negotiations this afternoon. Maybe I should come in there and be like, hey, I want to get paid by the fucking snap, dude. Moments after kickoff against the Dallas Cowboys, officials ruled Carter ineligible for the remainder of the game after he was caught spitting on quarterback Dak Prescott to go to rain during an argument. Carter addressed his actions after the game. It was a mistake that happened on my side, and it just won't happen again. I feel bad just for my teammates, the fans out there. It won't happen again. I made that promise. Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for my teammates and the fans. Not, I'm incredibly embarrassed for my juvenile actions. I should be held to a higher standard. I know better. I'm a fucking grown-up, right? No, I'm embarrassed. No. Oh, I'm absolutely ashamed by my childlike behavior. No, taking accountability for it. Just, I feel bad for my teammates and the fans. What a fucking cookie cutter kindergarten fucking take, dude. Are you fucking serious, dude? That's your I promise I will do better next time, teacher. Shut the fuck up. What a fucking child. And like, I'm sorry, bro. Look at this. Look at the body language of these cats. Dallas got, now this could just be the shot. Okay, this just could be the shot in the way it's captured. Dallas Goedert ain't even going to look at you. Look at the disgust. Look at the disgust, but the knowing, the body language, the knowing that he was going to do this. And then Jalen Carter. That is the face of a child who got caught doing something they know they shouldn't have done, that they've probably gotten in trouble for more than once in their life. That is the face of a child, a toddler. A kid who got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? That's the face of the kid who's got chocolate all over his face. And they're like, what happened to the candy? He's like, I don't know. I don't fucking, that's just, no, good thing the Lions pat. Look at him. Just whatever. Fucking whatever. Referee Sean Smith explained the decision to eject Carter from the game at the link. It's a disqualified foul in the game. It's a non-football act. Carter's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, Jerry Maguire himself, said his client does not intend to seek an appeal. After talking to the Eagles and the NFL and the NFL Players Association, Jalen has decided not to appeal and focus on the Chiefs game. Yes, that's probably the correct thing, is to not appeal this because it makes you look even more immature. Like, this picture right here. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's an assistant coach or a security personnel. But, like, not even, like, joking with him, not even, like, a upbeat demeanor, but almost looking like, hey, man, you knew better than this. We've talked about this. Now I got to take you down to the principal's office. And doesn't Jalen Carter just look like a 14-year-old, just smug little shit who knows that he's not going to get in trouble? He knows that no matter how bad he acts, no matter how much he acts up in class, no matter how poorly he treats his colleagues, okay, because even though in the NFL you're competing against one another, it's a business and they all work for the same company. So these are your coworkers, bro, okay? He knows he's not going to get in any trouble. He's so fucking rich. You think he gives a shit about $57,000? Fuck no, dude. Are you serious? That is just that body language right there does not care. That statement, I feel bad for my teammates and the fans. Suspend him for the full game, for the next game. Prescott offered context. He was trolling, I guess you could say, trying to mess with Tyler Booker. I was just looking at him. I was right there by the two linemen, and I guess I needed to spit. And I wasn't going to spit on my lineman, and I just spit ahead. And he goes, are you trying to spit on me? The NFL stressed the importance of players displaying sportsmanship this season. That was pretty evident, though. There is a lot of bad blood between divisional rivals, the Cowboys and the Eagles, but I thought the NFL, even outside of the Jalen Carter penalty, I think they were very early on trying to say, no taunting, none of this bullshit. The next thing the NFL needs to do if they want to kind of recorrect this careening freight train that's just going wildly off the rails into degeneracy. Now that you've started to clean the game up a little bit, okay, all right, now maybe the celebrations is one thing, but the taunting, the standing over players, looking directly down at them, blatantly taunting, that's a little egregious, a little over the top. Try to be a little bit more professional. The next step you can do to recorrecting this careening fucking freight train, get the Marxist statements, this communist bullshit out of the back of the end zone. Please. And thank you. All right. In the same vein. Morning, Sam. How you doing, bro? Hopefully you guys are having a good start to the morning. We got an angry poll up in the chat. I'm an angry old white man. An angry old white man. Should players be fined / ejected for disrespecting the national anthem? I'm very proud of all of you right now. I am so fucking proud of the Mad Hatter Nation right now, you guys. With 62% of the vote. Yes! Grow up. Be a man. Show some goddamn respect, dude. Okay? It's not hard. It's not complicated. Okay? We have built such a soft cushion life for these pampered diva athletes that, first of all, they think they're intelligent enough to have a fucking take on anything, and they need to just shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, they just like Jalen Carter, Caleb Williams thinks he's above everybody else. They think they're above everybody else. They don't realize that the national anthem, the flag, the foundation, everything about this country gives them the ground to stand on, to act the way that they fucking do, bro. Anywhere else in the world you see athletes acting like this, getting all fucking wild, mouthing off like this? No, dude. It's because of the freedoms that are guaranteed by the Stars and Stripes that they are so willing to just wipe their butt with. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely egregious and disgusting. I can't stand Caleb Williams, so I don't mind piling on. NFL quarterback's disrespectful behavior during national anthem goes viral. Caleb Williams had a tough night on Monday evening in more ways than one. Chicago Bears hosted Minnesota on Monday Night Football. It was a huge regular season opener for the NFC North franchise as it marked Game 1 of the Osama Ben Johnson era. Johnson, the former Detroit Lions offense coordinator, accepted the Bears head coaching job this offseason. Well, he actually accepted it in November. He is charged with rebuilding the Bears and getting the storied franchise back into the playoffs and Super Bowl contention. Monday night got off to a good start. The Bears taking a 2-score lead over the Vikings before unraveling in the fourth quarter. We know that, and they ended up losing 27-24. Look at Caleb Williams. This is during the national anthem. This is what Homeboy's doing during the national anthem. It's disgusting. Williams was called out on social media for what he did right before kickoff, too. The number 1 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft has been accused of, quote, disrespectful behavior as the Star-Spangled Banner was performed at Soldier Field. NFL fans noticed a stark difference between the behavior of Williams and Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Williams got called out by media and fans as Chicago Blackhawks iconic national anthem singer Jim Corneliuson, I don't know hockey, okay? I'm not a Chicago fan. I don't know hockey, so I don't know who this guy is. Performed the national anthem on Monday evening. Williams was spotted on ESPN's broadcast smiling, giggling, and talking to teammates. What a bro, they couldn't even say you were like laughing or chuckling. They straight said you was giggling. Old Giggling Williams. Yeah, from now on I'm calling him Giggling Williams. Old Giggle Williams. He ain't even Caleb. He's just Giggle Williams from now on. From hereforth, Caleb Williams shall be known as Sir Giggles. What a fucking twink, dude. So we had the Minnesota Queens playing against Giggle Williams. Video of Giggle Williams' behavior during the national anthem went viral on social media. During the anthem, Jim Corneliuson was singing when Giggle Williams leaned over to a teammate and asked who it was. The teammate replied, I have no idea. Now, there's a better view of it over here that we'll watch, better video. I will admit I don't know much about hockey. Okay, I'm like the, 6% of people in Michigan who don't get a boner over hockey. I also don't know how to play euchre. Never wanted to learn. But in a situation like this, okay, Monday Night Football, prime time. Giggle Williams with Osama Ben Johnson, right? Taking on J.J. McCarthy in his first NFL start, Minnesota divisional opponent, Monday Night Football. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na. You know what I'm saying? That's the wrong theme. The Chicago Bears team should have known what was going on. Caleb Williams should know who this guy is. His teammates should know who this guy is, okay? It should be a mutual understanding. There should have been a better rundown from the front office, I guess, of the Chicago Bears, letting them know so that Caleb Williams, Giggle Williams, isn't caught on camera going, who is this? And his buddy going, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? That just shows like a lack of giving a shit about where you're at. There's a reason why Jared Goff is so beloved, because he actually cares about the community, right? Giggle Williams, you're going to have to figure this. Not surprised at all. Giggle is a coach killer. Ain't that true? Ain't that the truth, dude? Ain't that the truth, Brent, dude? Dude, you nailed it. Giggle Williams is a coach killer. NFL fans noticed a major difference in the behavior during the national anthem between Williams and McCarthy. While Giggle Williams was giggling and talking with teammates, McCarthy looked 100% locked in. Locked in! Check this out. Check this out. Caleb talking to the national anthem, and JJ locked in. All I need to see. Let's check this out. Watch this. Watch this. All right, so here we go. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear the audio on videos. I can't remember how to fix it, and I tried for about 10 minutes this morning, and I got frustrated and gave up. So here you go. Look at him. Watch him. Watch him. Well, look at him. Giggle Williams. I have no idea. JJ. Locked in. I don't even like JJ McCarthy or the Minnesota Queens. But look at that. That is the body language. The body language, fellas. NFL fans and media members were quick to take to social media to call out Williams' behavior for his behavior during the national anthem. It's a small thing, but fans want their quarterback to be poised and mature. Talking during the national anthem, no matter the situation, is not the best look. Who was the last quarterback? Superstar, Mr. Superstar, who decided to fuck around and find out during the national anthem. Who was that guy? Oh, yeah, Colin Pickledick. Yeah, where's Colin Pickledick playing? Where's the storied career of Colin Pickledick? Exactly. So look here, Giggle Williams. Unless you want to be Colin Pickledick, you better shape up or ship out. Another NFL fan said watching Pickle Williams laugh and trying to talk during the national... Giggle Williams, not Pickle Williams. Giggle Williams during the national anthem is why he'll never live up to the hype as the number one pick. Giggle Williams making fun of national anthem singer gone get him in trouble after this game. The NFL, meanwhile, praised the national anthem's performance, calling it a 10 out of 10 on X. Williams' behavior during the national anthem comes after veteran NFL writer Tyler Dune wrote a long piece on the issue surrounding his rookie season. Dune noted several instances of Williams clashing with Bears coaches, because he's the coach killer, shout out Brent DeWitt, showing immaturity in the locker room and lacking strong work ethic, earning that title of Giggle Williams. You can go back and watch the national anthem before past Super Bowl games and see quarterbacks like Patty Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Tom Brady and company completely locked in and focused during the performance. Surely there have been other quarterbacks who have messed around during the national anthem, but it's rare to see elite ones doing it in a big game. Real quick, just shout out, what does Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Tom Brady all have in common with J.J. McCarthy? None of them were number one overall picks. None of them have been pampered, had their bottoms powdered, jumped in the stands, and cried after a meaningless loss in college football, and none of them paint their fingernails. Yeah, twink. Yeah, I don't feel like Williams. Oh, yeah, we read all this the other day. We felt like we were dominating the game. Blah, 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 blah. I have to grow, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about you, Giggle Williams. You keep making it so easy to not like you. I didn't like you to begin with. Okay? I didn't like you in college. Thought you were a little bit of a diva. Your draft process further cemented that diva status that you have, bro. And now this? Yeah, no. Giggle Williams can get bent over a barrel as far as I'm concerned. All right, guys, so now that we've shot the shit about the NFL for a little bit, let's go ahead and walk on over to the Motor City. Talk a little Detroit Lions football. NFL.com Lions. Dan Campbell on facing the Bears. Ben Johnson after loss. We're going to win this game, man. We have to. How we doing, chat? John Cole, what up, John? Bro, I shit you not, John. I was just thinking about you this morning working out. I was like, man, I haven't seen John Cole in a while. I hope he's doing all right, man. I haven't seen him in the chat at all, brother. It's good to see you, dude. Good to see you, bro. I know that y'all have messaged me a little bit. I am really bad at getting back to messages, you guys. I'm really bad. Saying, get out of my face with your euchre supremacy. I would pick up a deck of Go Fish before I get the thesis on euchre. I love you, John. Fuck, I love you, bro. I don't get the euchre thing, man. I don't get the euchre thing, dude. It drives me nuts. Pinocchi is better than euchre. Clarice, that is a wild ass. I don't even know what the hell Pinocchi is. Is it something that you play with a puppet? I'll poop it. Does he turn into a real boy? I'll have to look up what Pinocchi is. It sounds like something up there with gin rummy and backgammon or whatever it is people play. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know how to play like war and blackjack. That's about it. They took out God and to the Republic out of the Pledge of Allegiance. Shake my head. What the fuck? Yeah, Sam, I agree with you, brother. And it's part of the reason why our society is so goddamn degenerate nowadays. What up, Motown Mitch? How you doing, my guy? Long time no see, brother. Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you're having a good day. Get the perfect name for Mr. Williams. Tell me what you think. Kayla Ferry Williams. I like Kayla Williams. Kayla Ferry. I like it, especially if you say it like if you make Kayla Ferry a full name. The only thing I can think of is this girl that was a co-host on Timcast for a while. Her name was Hannah Claire, not Hannah Claire. Her whole name was Hannah Claire, right? So I actually really like that Kyla Ferry Williams. Kyla Ferry Williams and Giggle Williams. I love it, dude. I love it. You Mad Hatters. You guys are wild. Let me help you out, Hat. Oh, it's Pinochle. Thank you, dude. Okay, gotcha. See, I learned how to read phonetically. Hook it on Pahonics. Hook it on Pahonics. Work it for me. Hook it on Pahonics. Work it for me. I learned how to spell phonetically, and it works for me. I'm like, what the hell was I calling it? What the? Pinocchi? Pinocchi, just like I was calling Aaron Rodgers' wife, Brittany. Her name's fucking Brittany. I'm just dumb as shit, guys. I got the 6th grade reading level. Hook it on Pahonics, work it for me. Let's go. It's pronounced Pinochle. Another card game similar to Euchre, but better. All right, look at you guys with your card supremacy. We got a bunch of Pinochle supremacists in the chat going on. Look at you guys. Look at you guys go. All right, how we doing on the poll? You guys are crushing it. 62% of you saying yes, grow up and be a man. Show some respect. Should players be fined or ejected for disrespecting the national anthem? Look, guys, what I think it really comes down to, I'm going to sound like a fucking maniac when I say this. I just watched this really interesting 20-minute documentary on Dennis Miller being the host of Monday Night Football. Okay. Do you know who almost, it came down to this guy and Dennis Miller. Public polls, interviews, and test filming, I guess is what you say, test filming of commentary of this guy almost got him the job until Dennis Miller came in like a dark horse. Well, actually, there's another reason, not just Dennis Miller. Do you know who that person was? Who almost was the third host? So it would have been Al Michaels, Dan Faust. Do any of you know who that third person was? Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh was almost the third host of Monday Night Football until Paul Tagliabue stepped in and said, no, that cannot happen. Then Dennis Miller ended up getting the job. Why did Paul Tagliabue step in and say no? Because Rush Limbaugh was very critical of the NFL. This is back in the early aughts, fellas. In the early aughts, Rush Limbaugh was already projecting what the NFL is saying. Where we're going with the NFL is exactly the product that we have now. Bunch of soft diva bullshit. So what I'm proposing is that if we want to further correct this ship, you guys know that I'm big in correcting the cultural powerhouse that is the NFL, because the NFL is a staple in American culture. What the NFL pushes out, people consume, people then replicate. Okay. You put the shield, the NFL shield on anything, it sells. Okay. So the NFL, being a cultural powerhouse that it is, needs to recorrect. Roger Goodell needs to go. Roger Goodell came in as this bullshit, hard on, basically tough on crime commissioner. He was gonna fix the league. He was gonna cut ball. Nope. None of that fucking happened. That was all bullshit. Roger Goodell is a politician just like everybody else. So what I'm proposing, okay, now this is all just coming to me right now. This is all just on the moment thing. The NFL needs a new commissioner. Now, obviously, Rush Limbaugh isn't going to be that guy. He's fucking dead. Okay. Glenn Beck probably enjoys his life running the Blaze. It's easy for him. It's easy money. Here we go, fellas. Here we go, guys. I got you. The next commissioner of the NFL needs to be Matt Walsh, the host of the Matt Walsh Show on the Daily Wire. Matt Walsh, I'm calling for it right now. Matt Walsh needs to be the commissioner of the NFL. Okay, we need to correct this bullshit, this national anthem nonsense. Rodgers gets paid a ton and can only be fired by the owners. You can't get rid of him. I know, Craig, and that's the downside, is that Roger Goodell, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And as long as he keeps growing the NFL, I really like that take, Craig. Really appreciate it, dude. That's the God's honest truth. You are right. Only the owners can, and he's grown the NFL financially into a bigger and bigger market. I think he wants to have $27 billion of revenue by 2028 or something like that. Some outlandishly high number, and he's gonna get it. He's gonna achieve it. Right? It's gonna happen, and the owners are just gonna keep putting, because the owners are gonna make money. It doesn't matter if the product suffers or what the fans want, because the fans are going to continue to buy it because the NFL sets the culture. It's this vicious cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with you. You're 100% correct. That we'll never get rid of him. We'll never get rid of him. I just live in this pipe dream world where Matt Walsh gets to be the commissioner of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Data, yeah, Mr. Detroit City. I like that move. Mr. Detroit City says Dana White to be the commissioner of the NFL. Oh, talk about shaping up the NFL and making a load of money. I can't even say the volume of money the NFL would make if Dana White was the commissioner of the NFL. It would be absolutely insane. We talk about growing the NFL. Jesus Christ, dude. That he'd not only the marketing, plus I'm sure that Dana White would help grow the UFL product as well. Oh, dude. Vince McMahon. I see where you're at, Chase, but I think that's a shitty idea. I know. I know you're joking, bro. I know you're joking. Yeah, but it's a shitty idea. Talk about just like, I'm not even going to say a fall from grace, because we all knew Vince McMahon was kind of a dirty skis ball motherfucker, but holy shit, man. Just like tarnishing any type of legacy you could have had. Greasy Vince McMahon. So, all right, guys, come to us from NFL.com. Talking about the Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears are each coming off different but equally disappointing losses to open the season. Detroit got dismantled by the Green Bay Packers, while the Bears collapsed in depressing fashion at home versus the Minnesota Queens. The Sunday loss to open the season put even more pressure on each club for Sunday's showdown in Detroit, as the Lions welcome former offensive coordinator Osama Ben Johnson to town as a foe. Shout out DJ yesterday. I couldn't stop thinking about you, DJ. You said yesterday that the NFL is about narratives. And I just couldn't get that out of my head. And I'm like, God damn, he's right. He's right, because the pressure cooker that is week 2, Detroit and Chicago, it's a true thing. It's a true ass thing. Want a shitty idea? I'm a plumber. I can make it real shitty, Motown Mitch. Hey, man. So I'm gonna be honest, dude. I do electrical work, right? Mostly electrical mechanical work. But I do know this. I know 2 rules of plumbing, right? Number 1, shit don't roll uphill. And number 2, don't touch your fucking face. Craig, I'm not going to read it, but yes. Yes. I'm not going to read it, Craig, but yes. Yes, brother, you're right. We notice. It's pretty obvious, dude. Yes. Oh, shit. Clarice trying to get into the IBEW, huh? What up, Derek? How you doing? Hey, Clarice, I can help you with that a little bit if you want. I have some contacts. Also, Clarice, I believe Chase said that you have some skilled trades background. If you're looking to get into some trades work, I can't get you a license, okay? But we have CBA negotiations today. Theoretically, where I work should be expanding our maintenance department, okay? I can probably help you there if you're interested. If not, I can give you some contacts or some information for the IBEW, kind of help you out there a little bit. I know some people. I'm UAW, so I have a little bit of connections through them. But shoot me a message, and I'll try and help you out, okay? Because I know some people here in the local that can try and help you out a little bit. You can also go non-union if you want to get some exposure and start counting your hours towards your apprenticeship. You know what I'm saying? If that's the road you're looking to go, if you're looking to go electrical and get your electrical license, if you're looking to just get skilled trades, maintenance work under the UAW, I can probably help you out there as well. Just let me know. I got some connections over the years. Not every single bridge have I burned, but a few of them. Torched them, then turned around and pissed on them. Real talk, Roger Goodell is the modern Disney executive of the NFL. John Cole coming in with the fucking fire, dude. Damn straight. Little know about electrical, too. I know you're the darkest fear as a Motown. It's funny because it's true. Now, what's even worse is that the guys I work with are all pigs. So I'm the one that's like, God damn it, clean up your messes, yo. Like, what the fuck, dude? But you're so right, dude. The only thing electricians fear is a broom. Electricians are like, I got a hammer. This is a hammer? Is this a hammer? Yeah, that's what electricians be doing, yo. God's people, Mr. Detroit City. Exactly. Yeah, you're picking up what me and Craig are laying down, brother. Hell yeah. We're doomed if the interior line doesn't get their head out of AOC's tatas. Derek Harp. My guy. That's good. That's a good one. Nicely done, Derek. Nicely done. Chad D, crazy that the season depends on week 2 already. Jeez, they sure hyped the shit up preseason. Yeah, Chad D, welcome to the chat, brother. It's all about narratives, my guy. It's all about narratives, dude. You went through pre-apprenticeship skilled trades program with constructions, math, and OSHA. Okay, all right, cool, Clarice. Yeah, I don't know how much that's gonna I don't know how much that will help you. All I can do is give you the information that I have and maybe some contacts. Again, I'll have more footing in the UAW than I would IBEW, but I can still kind of help you out a little bit there. A little bit. I might be able to help you out a little bit. And again, if you're looking to go non-union, I might be able to hook you up with a guy. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but he's always kind of looking for apprentices, but he's non-union. That's kind of the downside. But he's a good dude. Does great work. Both clubs enter the week with the same mentality. No one's going to feel sorry for us. This is going to be a quick turnaround here to get going for Sunday in Detroit, our first road game, Johnson said. After Monday's loss, we got to turn the page here quickly. Per NFL research, Johnson became the first coach to return home in the first 2 career games as head coach since Sean McDermott in 2017. McDermott's Bills played on Ron Rivera's Panthers in Week 2, 2017. Carolina won 9-3. Neither the Lions nor Johnson looked great without one another in Week 1. The Lions had a top 5 total scoring offense each season with Johnson as OC. In Week 1, the club averaged 3.8 yards per play in Green Bay, the fewest yards per play in Detroit since Week 6, 2021 versus Cincinnati, prior to Johnson's tenure as play caller. Meanwhile, Chicago flopped at home, allowing an 11-point fourth quarter comeback. We know that Johnson is fully aware of the type of reception he'll receive in Detroit on Sunday, where Lions fans are sure to make it difficult as possible for his offense to operate. Maybe a silent cadence will help this week. We're going to need to do that, and we're going to need to be really good at that because it's going to be a loud environment that we're going into. You have no idea. You think you know what you're walking into, Ben Johnson? You have no fucking idea. You have no idea. They drew first blood. You have no idea. You think you know. You've been on our side every time you're in Ford Field. You have no fucking idea, brother. You have no idea what the 313's bringing for you, dude. You better put your shitting pants on, son. Ben Johnson better have double up on Depends because he's going to dookie in his britches. The winner of Sunday's tilt can feel better about their standing. Since 1990, clubs that have started 1-1 have made playoff appearances 41% of the time. The club that loses will have a steep hill to climb. The teams that start 0-2 have made the postseason at a rate of just 12.2%. So that is a big. It is a big game. It was at Chad D. You're right. Crazy that the season depends on week 2 already. It's because of that statistic. That 0-2 start is very hard to overcome. The NFL gave Detroit one of the toughest schedules in the NFL, hopefully trying to bury us because we know how the national media tends to disrespect us, and the NFL as a whole just doesn't give a flying fuck about Detroit. Right? So they're going to do everything they can to stack the deck against us, and Dan Campbell's going to come on fucking swinging on Ben Johnson, dude. Let's go. Brandon doesn't want a job not being replaced by AI. Well, Clarice, not only that, but working behind a desk just kind of sucks. It's just soul crushing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything as far as trades work is going to be just like sunshine and fucking rainbows. It depends on the field that you get into. Something you might want to specialize in. If you really want to get wild with it, what I would really emphasize you do is learning your power triangle and understanding AC voltage, because one of the better industries that you can get into that's now starting to get back having federal funding is the solar industry. I actually have a buddy who is the regional director of operations for one of the larger solar companies in the U.S. They're actually based out of Europe, but he oversees here, and he clears over $100,000 a year easily, and they start their level 1 techs at $77K a year. And it's big money. It's big money. If you don't like having your soul crushed, I would advise you to stay out of industrial maintenance. Personally, I'm an outdoor cat, okay? I hate being contained by 4 fucking walls all damn day long. As much as I bitch about the cold and the hot and the wet and the shit, I'd much rather be outside working because there's a better sense of accomplishment, in my humble opinion, accomplishing something construction-related outdoors than just like servicing and maintaining shit inside. Now, that being said, that's what I do. I'm an indoor maintenance guy. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it so fucking much, dude. It is soul-crushing. Ooh, Motown says Chicago's about to take a beating. I agree with you, but I don't feel sorry for him at all. Not after they tampered with Ben Johnson in November of last year. Pretty sure the nurses won't be replaced by AI, but no one knows these days. John, probably not, though I would imagine the medical field is going to be one of those industries that has a lot of AI assistant, because they can kind of analyze data at a little bit more rapid of a rate. That is, when it comes to AI and robots, it's where personally I'm not too concerned about it because my background is in mechatronics, electrical, mechanical, specifically in large industrial robots, right? So I'm not worried about the robots because robots can't fix themselves. They're always going to need some. And I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I used AI a lot. I dabble with it, fuck around with it. I've worked with robots for 15 years now. Robots and AI are really fucking dumb. Okay. General artificial intelligence is something that we should be worried about, but that's so far. Not only is it so far outside of our technical capabilities right now, we don't have the resources to generate the power to sustain general artificial intelligence. It's just not doable. It's just not doable, right? Unless we figure out a way to like build a fucking Dyson sphere around the sun, fully capturing the energy of the sun, elevating us to a level 3 type 3 civilization. We're limited with our resources here, dude. There's a lot of energy that goes into AI, and even like whatever goes into AI now, tenfold that for general artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? If the O-line looks like shit again, it's going to be a DEFCON 5. Well, Sam, that's what we're going to talk about next. We're going to talk about the O-line here, and if we can correct some just egregious mistakes, maybe some communication, maybe some nerves that were shaken up with the Lions O-line. I work behind a desk now most days, and it can be a bit soul-crushing sometimes. Derek, I feel you, brother. I tried doing like a desk job once, and all I'd wanted to do was hurl myself off the balcony of a 3-story building. And that's nothing, dude. I'm not like poo-pooing people who work behind a desk. If you can do it, more power to you, bro, because working inside is a lot nicer than being out in the shit, slop, cold, hot, wet bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to gamify any type of job if you really want to survive. Because let's be honest, guys, most jobs are fake and gay. Most jobs are fake and gay. Okay. Most jobs exist simply to justify a higher paying job ahead of them. And then someone has to justify having people under them. So they just keep packing it out. So they go, oh, look at all the people. Jobs are just adult daycare, guys. Look, working, other than, you do need to have something to do. We do need to sustain. Other than the economics of it all, the reality is we all have to work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, so that we have adult daycare to go to, so that the government has at least a dedicated 8 hours where we're not just sitting at home realizing that Uncle Ted was right. Film study, Lions film breakdown. What went wrong on the O-line versus the Packers? Who's Derek Carr was in the military for 21 years. No kind of miss the muck cold shit sometimes. You see what I'm saying, dude? Because you were living. Livin, man. I feel you, dude. What branch were you in? What branch were you in, dude? Oh, no problem, Chase. You feel me, dude. Most jobs are fake and gay, bro. Most jobs are fake and gay. It's just a control. It's just a control. That's why there's a push for mass transit. It's a control. They don't want they don't want you to have freedom and liberties. Vehicles are a form of autonomy. Firearms are a form of autonomy. Free speech is a form of autonomy. They don't want you to be autonomous. They want you to be fat, stupid, sick, and lazy. They want you to have just enough energy so that you can go to work and have over 30% of your paycheck taken by the government to be thrown at other countries. Right? They want you just healthy enough to work for 40 years, retire, enjoy 5 years, 10 years of retirement before your body breaks down and then you're fucking dead. That's the reality of it, fellas. Oh, you was in the Army. Hell yeah. Sam says go Navy. Right on, fellas. Hell yeah. Oh, you worked for Johnson Controls. No shit, Sam. Bro, I've always heard a lot of good things about people that work for Johnson Controls because obviously they do everything. They do all of the controls for everything, you know? And it's always like, oh, well, we better call them we're going to have to call the Johnson Control guys. Oh, I said, we're going to have to call it. We're going to have to call the Johnson Control guys because that's a controller. Now, let me ask you this. The robotics industry that I worked in, you know how we solved controller problems, my guy? We would go over to the controller, take the old controller out, and put a new controller in. That's what we did. Kid Rock and Charlie Kirk should take over after Goodell. Bro, I like the Kid Rock thing, though. Charlie Kirk's kind of I don't know, man. He's kind of a squish, dude. I like what Charlie Kirk's trying to do as far as like outreach and the movement. Personally, I think that Charlie Kirk is a little bit more of a feminist, liberal cuck than he wants to admit. But that's just me. I just don't. The more I listen to Charlie Kirk, the less authentic I think he is. When that douche nozzle just sat there and glazed Gavin Newsom, Yeah, he's a squish, Craig. You know what I'm saying? He's a squishy-ass rhino, dude. He's not, I don't know, man. He's a squish. He folds under pressure. I don't want to quite call him a grifter, but, you know, Michael Knowles sums it up pretty good with the term squish. So that's what I'm going to call him. He's a squish, dude. Charlie Kirk's a squish. A wise man once said, sometimes it ain't your day. Morgan Cannon, are you watching the Hat and Beard Show? I said on Monday and Tuesday that Sunday wasn't our day, so I must be that. I'm a wise man. That was the case for Detroit during Week 1 loss to the Packers. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't all bad. There were some things to like on the defensive side of the football, and even the offense, despite all of their issues along the offensive line. They had stretches where they were moving the chains. But there were some issues. Let's get into the film and see where it went wrong for Detroit and what could be corrected ahead of their home opener against the Chicago Bears. Namely, just do better. There you go. Bet. I just looked over and seen that. I love it. I love it. Charlie is a master debater. Admittedly, I thought that South Park shit was pretty funny that they did with Cartman as Charlie Kirk. Oh, okay, Kirk out. All right, I like where you're at. Charlie Kirk out, Ted Nugent in. I like the Motor City Madman running the NFL. Let's do it. The devil is a Democrat. Damn straight, Mitch. I'm not saying that all Democrats are demons, but the majority of leftist mentality is demonic thought. Let's go. Some days you're the statue. Some days you're the pigeon. And I like. Damn, Craig, you got some good ones, brother. You got some good ones, dude. I like that. On Sunday, we sure were the statue, weren't we, fellas? Missed assignments and communication issues. We begin the study in the second quarter with what ends up being a relatively successful run for the Lions running back David Montgomery. In the first of what appeared to be several instances on the day, quarterback Jared Goff changes the play pre-snap. With Packers defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt lined up over the center, Graham Glasgow, rookie right guard Tate Ratledge, was uncovered pre-snap. Appearing to not get the call, he ends up running into Glasgow once the ball is snapped, when it looked like he may have been responsible for getting to the second level to get a hat on a Packers linebacker, Quay Walker, who ultimately makes the tackle. Is this gonna play it? So here you go, and there we see JG16 changing the play. Here we go. Calls are made, and they run into each other. How embarrassing. Look at them. Jesus Christ, that's just embarrassing. That's just low rent. And the next clip, we jump to the beginning of the fourth quarter and was the final play of a truly disastrous 3-snap sequence for the Lions. Unlike the first two plays of the series where the defenders defeated their blocks, this one appears to be another missed assignment on part of the rookie. The Lions backed up to their goal line. Oh, yeah, they do the same thing. They run into each other. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. And he just runs into... What the fuck, dude? Tater. He just whiffs. Tater. Jumping to a bit later in the fourth quarter, the Lions are facing a 4th and 2. Green Bay has linebackers walking up in either A gap and 7 total defenders lined up in the line of scrimmage. They really filled the box. After the snap, both linebackers drop back into coverage, leaving Ratledge to block Wyatt. However, it looks like Ratledge oversets to his right, allowing Wyatt to clear a path to the quarterback from a 3 technique. Now, this was something that did kind of come as a knock to him, that he tended to overset and get out over his toes a little bit in college. So here we go. And then they're going to drop back and showing blitz. Damn, really showing a lot of blitz. Goff doing his thing. And then they drop. Oh, way overcommitted. Now, here's the problem right here. Watch how wide his stance gets. He takes way too... Oh, bro. Why did you take a step to the right even if... In our last clip, it looks like another mix-up, this time between Glasgow and Mahogany. Packers rush 4 on another late-game 4th down attempt by the Lions, and while we never know what actually happened in terms of the responsibility lies for the sack, it's clear there was a mistake along the interior. Glasgow's eyes are to the right while Mahogany is looking left, resulting in a strip sack for Wyatt. Here we go, and they just... The fuck am I watching? Then we lost one-on-ones as well, starting off the section of the second quarter. The snapper of the Lions are still trying to establish the run. Out of 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. Goff sends running back Jahmyr Gibbs in motion before handing the ball off to Montgomery. Working towards the left side of your screen with the play going towards his right, Mahogany is tasked with reaching the second level and getting his body between the defender and the ball carrier. Instead, the second-year pro out of Boston College is jolted backwards, and Mahogany is tackled for a loss. Here we go. And there you see him highlighted. And he's just going to get his shit rocked. And just gets his shit rocked. Let's watch that one more time. There you see Mahogany highlighted. And here we go. Boom. Shit rocked. Jesus Christ. Jesus. This is the second to last one. Mahogany was credited with PFF with just over 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Lions once gained a 21 personnel. Packers defensive lineman Lucas Van Ness gets under the left guard, forcing him to try and reset his hands while being bull rushed. Mahogany was never able to sink his ass and end up slipping behind, being pushed into the pocket. You outweigh Lucas Van Ness by at least 40 pounds. Jesus Christ. Ugh. What was that? What is this? My dude. You can never let that happen. What the fuck were you? This is a learning experience. This is a time to grow. This is a learning experience. This is a time to grow. Finally, lastly, we have rough rep for veteran left tackle Taylor Decker against Packers edge rusher Rashawn Gary. And to be fair, Decker and Gary have been doing this offensive lineman for years now. He starts off with a chop as the edge, forcing Decker to open up his shoulder. From there, Gary does an exceptional job of coveting speed to power with long arm and ends up coming away with the sack. So here you go, Rashawn Gary over here, and he's just going to school Taylor Decker, as he's done historically. Doop-de-doop-doo, doop-doo. Just uninspired ball, man. Let's watch that one more time to piss us off. And here he comes, and watch Taylor Decker gets out wide, gets in front of his man, and then gets worked. See how his hips got turned? Just bad. The good news is the mental errors are certainly correctable. Both of these guards are young players, and the reps together are also important for an offensive line trying to gel. As far as the second set of plays goes, like I said at the top, sometimes with the game of football, it's just not your day. Or as I've said twice now this week, this is the third time, I must be that wise man. It may be a little bit longer than we expect for this group to round into form, but my overall expectations remain unchanged. Once they settle in, I believe this line has the ability to once again be considered among the league's best. Besides, we all know it's more important to be playing your best football in December and January than it is in early autumn. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Hopefully this is the worst we'll see from this unit, and it's only up from here. Hopefully this is the bottom, and yeah, like you say, you can only go up from there. It doesn't get much worse than the way we played Sunday against the Packers, and if that's the reality of the situation, you can only get better. You can only get better. 2 yards a carry. It can only get better, right? Right? It better. It fucking better. Tater is the perfect name for a guy with a mullet. Ain't that the shit, dude? That's why I couldn't stop. As soon as I seen him, I was like, Tater. Give me Tater. Tater Ratledge. It's going to take time to get these losing 2 critical pieces on the inside. Yeah, and I had seen some people were kind of hoping that maybe Frank would come back. I hope for Frank Ragnow's physical health and well-being that isn't the real. I really hope Frank Ragnow isn't considering unretiring. Oh my God. He's been talking about how banged up he is for the last 3-4 years. Welcome to the NFL. Might want to cut his hair and grow up fast. Sam, you might be 100% there. It might be time for him to shave his head. Hutch had long hair for a while there and had to cut his hair. Didn't have to, but cut his hair off, and you see the evolution that it made. You know what I'm saying? How fitting that I got an email this morning from the DNR about upcoming bear hunting season. Oh, isn't that just serendipitous, Brent? Ha! The universe is a weird thing and works in weird ways, but that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Oh, boy, fellas, we are running way late today, but we're going to keep on slugging it out. Final article today, NFC North, where all 4 teams stand heading into Week 1, come from Tim 20, Tim 20, man. Green Bay, after beating up on the Lions 27-13, the good Green Bay defense was able to smite Detroit's high-powered offense in the first season opener at Lambeau Field for the Packers since 2018. Green Bay held Detroit to just 246 total yards of offense and a 2.1 average per rush. Recorded 9 tackles for loss, held Detroit to just 5 of 15 on third down and 1 for 4 in the red zone, and generated 19 total pressures and 4 sacks. Needs improvement for the team to be ranked in the top 5 in a rushing unit last season. The Packers never got their ground game rolling against Detroit on Sunday. Green Bay averaged just 3.1 yards per rush. Star performance, big story heading into the contest was the addition of edge rusher Micah Parsons via the trade. He joins Rashawn Gary on the edge of Green Bay's defense as a formidable duo for the Packers. Parsons recorded a sack in his debut, but Gary notched 7 tackles, a sack and a half, a tackle for loss, 3 quarterback hits, and to get his season kicked off in a big way. Key stat, Green Bay's defense allowed just 1 play of 20-plus yards all afternoon against Detroit. They kept the Lions' offense in front of them and rallied to the football. Tim 20-man, credit where credit is due. The Packers dominated both lines of scrimmage, and when the team does that, the result is typically what we witnessed Sunday at Lambeau Field. They played Detroit ball. Next up, they got Washington Thursday night. That's tomorrow night. Minnesota 1-0 after beating up on the Bears and come from behind victory. Monday Night Football, the good. For 3 quarters, the Vikings looked defeated, trailing the Bears by double digits, but second-year quarterback J.J. McCarthy, making his first career start in his hometown of Chicago, rallied the troops and led 3 fourth-quarter touchdown drives. Needs improvement. The Vikings struggled to maintain drives offensively until they got things rolling in the fourth quarter. Third down is the money down in football, and Minnesota was just 3 for 12 on third down to open their season. The Vikings had 6 3-and-outs in the contest. Key stat, the Vikings might have found a nice 1-2 punch in their backfield with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Mason came over after spending his first 3 years in San Fran. Mason rushed for 68 yards on 15 carries, including 53 yards on 9 in the final quarter. Tim 20-man says it's rare to see a game completely flip the way that it did in the fourth quarter Monday night, unless you watch Sunday night's game. Credit to McCarthy and Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell for weathering the storm and finding a way to make big plays offensively and the stops defensively to secure a big Week 1 division win. Next up, they got Atlanta on Sunday at 8:30. Prime time. Chicago 0-1 after falling to Minnesota. The good. In the first half, the Bears' defense forced 4 3-and-outs while holding the Vikings to 80 total yards and 4 first downs while limiting them to 0-5 on third down. Chicago defense also recorded a 74-yard pick six by the cornerback Nashawn Wright and gave them a 17-6 lead. Needs improvement. The Bears' offense stalled in the second half with a possession chart that featured a punt, missed field goal, punt, touchdown, and fumble in the final 30 minutes of the contest. Minnesota has a complicated defensive scheme under coordinator Brian Flores, and they did a good job making the right adjustments in the second half as the Bears had a few answers offensively. Tim 20-man says credit the Vikings for making the key plays down the stretch to escape Chicago with a Week 1 come-from-behind victory. Giggle Williams looked more decisive with the football after recording an NFL-leading 68 set. Oh, no, not Giggle Williams. My bad. Williams are locked in. Johnson's offense is all about timing and space. Giggle Williams was sacked twice and hit 3 times, but did a nice job creating plays with his legs. He's only going to get better in Osama Ben Johnson's offense moving forward. Speculatively, probably not. They play the Lions Sunday at 1 o'clock. Detroit 0-1 after falling to Green Bay. The good. The Lions struggled in a lot of areas, but their ability to limit the Packers in the run game was a bright spot coming out of the loss. Green Bay rushed 25 times for just 78 yards with a 3.1 yards per average carry. Overall, the Packers had just 266 yards of offense, and as the defense settled down and played pretty well in the second half, needs improvement. One of the biggest concerns heading into the season was how 3 new starters up front along the offensive line would fare. The Lions were plagued with several missed assignments up front as quarterback Jared Goff was pressured 19 times, sacked 4 times, and hit 9 times. Detroit averaged just 2.1 yards per carry on 46 total rushing yards as the players up front struggled to create holes. Tim 20-man says it was disappointing debut all around for Detroit as they didn't play well in all 3 phases. The biggest concern I had coming into the season were the adjustments of losing all-pro center Frank Ragnow to retirement and having 3 new starters up front along with the interior of the offensive line, and if they could generate enough pressure defensively with their front 4. Coming out of Week 1, those 2 areas are still in question. Oh, we should have signed Zadarius Smith. There's no need to panic after Week 1 loss. 5 teams lost their season opener last year and still made the playoffs. It's a long season. 3 of those teams started 0-2 and still got in. Campbell expressed Monday how important it was to play better and get a win at home against the divisional opponent in Chicago to right the ship. And that opponent will be Sunday, Chicago, right here in the Motor City, 1 p.m. Can't fucking wait to beat the ever-living brakes off of Ben Johnson. Take him out back. Beat him raw. You know what? Fuck it. It's going to be a murder. There's been a murder. Speaking of murder, Jalen Carter. Ha! He didn't murder anybody. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Whew, we ran a little bit late today. How's the poll finishing up today? 24 votes. Holy shit, guys. Should players be fined, ejected for disrespecting the national anthem? I am so unbelievably proud of you guys and how this poll finished. I'm going to go ahead and close this poll down. You guys, I'm so proud of you guys. This is why I love the Mad Hatter Nation. 66% of you say, yes, grow up, be a man, show some respect. And then second place, eject on AOC's tatas. Let's fucking go. Chat, how we doing, guys? No Neil? Well, we'll see ya. Ha! These two look like the Viking king and his queen, don't they, though, Craig? You nailed it. Credit the Vikings for nothing. Fuck the Vikings. Craig, I like you, Craig. I think you're going to fit in well here, bro. Welcome, dude. Ben might want you to beat him raw. I wouldn't recommend it, brother. Ben Johnson seems like the guy. I think Ben Johnson rubs his dick in broken glass. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Ben Johnson. He rubs his dick in broken glass. Great show. Thanks, Chase. I appreciate it, dude. I wouldn't be able to have the show wouldn't be what it is without you guys. Okay? I'm just reading articles. You guys are what make the show, man. You guys are the ones who get me kind of get the gray matter, kind of firing, getting the synapses going upstairs, getting a little bit of the menudo between my ears cleaned out, and get firing on things. You guys are the ones that get me up and moving, dude. Y'all make the show. I just read, dude. I just read with my 6th grade. Hook it on, Pahonics, work it for me. Let's go. Is the Bear game, dude? Sam, yeah, you notice Broski ain't been around since Monday? You noticed that too, huh? I was like, he's kind of coming in with a little bit of shit talking, and justifiably so, Monday after our embarrassing Sunday debut. But, yeah, after that Monday night game, I've been looking for you, Broski. Where you been, dude? Where you been, brother? Haven't seen you down in the chat, man. So, guys, one last time, if you haven't already, poke all my buttons, ring all my bells, slap like, salt that like button, hit it with 2 pieces and a biscuit on your way down to the share button, where you can copy this link down on your clipboard, circumvent the algorithmic clankers that dictate who gets to be the money makers in YouTube by just copying that link down on your clipboard. Do as many times as you want. Each time you do it, it counts as a different share. Last week, we hit over 270 shares. Holy shit, you guys. Holy shit, you guys. Let's go for 300 this week. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it, fellas. All right, and if you're new here, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. We go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com/The Hat and Beard Show, the #1 fastest growing NFL content and Detroit Lions station here, broadcasting exclusively from Grandma's Studio 1. It's the Hat and Beard Show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. Today we talked about Jalen Carter getting a fine and no further suspension, how Caleb Williams is an absolute douche nozzle of a human being, Dan Campbell almost guaranteeing a win against the Chicago Bears. We then took a look at some film study of the Detroit Lions and our offensive line woes. They can be cleaned up, short of the mahogany getting put on his ass. Most of these things can get cleaned up. I'm not too worried about it. And then Tim 20-Man broke down all 4 teams in the NFC North. Don't forget, guys, as always, every link that we read today is available down in the description below. If you feel the need to want to read it your own, go ahead and click that extension. Just open up the description. It's posted down there. I broke it down to you in national news and Detroit Lions news segments, making it even easier for you guys. Hopefully, we have a good finish to the week. It is Wednesday, and we are steamrolling towards week 2 of the NFL. Tomorrow kicks off week 2. Unfortunately, it's the Packers and the Commies. Nothing I'm too excited about, but ball is ball. So have yourself a good rest of the day, guys. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. All right? That's what's up. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Until next time, which will be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Bonga bonga. Frig off.